Pretty much. I mean, happy that my prediction was correct. I mean, Beastie obviously playing the Shredder, but not only playing it well enough to net that first place victory in game number 1. We saw Rebels get top 4 with Eren though, and then Gunmay try to pivot into the 6 Rebels at the end there. Brawler Blaster wasn't doing it, but it turns out Rebels wasn't quite good enough either. Had to try to make something work, but still a top 3 finish there. Not bad. And then Escha getting second place with that Candyland comp. So reroll compositions 1 and 2. Reroll pretty good during this meta.
Yeah, it's looking good so far. I know we've seen people on opposite sides of the spectrum about reroll compositions right now. Some really hating them, some liking the meta diversity that we have right now. But of course, in this game, 2 reroll comps, 1 and 2. But of course, in the top 4, it wasn't like they were all reroll comps. Gunmay was playing Brawler Blaster, and he transitioned into Rebels late game, and he found himself at 3rd place. So we'll have to see if we continue to see dominance from the Shredder in the subsequent games or not. We'll have to see if it's reroll comps in general that are doing so well.
Yeah, we'll see. Hey, prediction was right. Gunmay did top 4 there.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
been very surprised if he didn't. So glad that he was able to get the top 4. I'm surprised even in the top 2, but I guess the Candyland was a bit too strong alongside the Shredder. I think he ran into Shredder a couple times there. And he might have been able to beat the Candyland composition. Not quite sure there, but I mean, still a correct prediction. So some weight off my shoulders for sure. I wonder if people will still go similar stuff in the subsequent games, though. I mean, Beastie obviously going to be going to Shredder,
Yeah. Yeah,
but
so I think what
yeah,
your prediction is Beastie 4 of 4 gonna be
4
Shredder?
Shredder games, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
I mean,
Yeah.
I would expect it too. I don't expect him to pivot out of it. It's really hard to
Oh,
say that word sometimes, man. It takes a lot out of me to get that one there. But I don't expect Beastie to actually pivot out of that one. And he will continue to play this composition. We'll see the key in 16 out of 16. That'll be the Beastie 4 out of 4.
yeah, the Beastie beefy composition there. A lot of units in there, 9 units. A lot of them are tier 3. Like, oh, there's gonna be a Zaya with the glove there. We're gonna see
Yeah,
Beastie
where's
go for
Beastie?
that.
Where's
Everyone's
he
going
at?
for that.
Yeah,
8 people going for that
there they
Zaya.
go. Who got it? Is it Beastie?
I have no idea. It's Adreh who got it.
Adreh?
Beastie got a bow. Oh, man. The bad dash. It wasn't quite 8 people, it was like 6 people going for that Zaya, but even still, what a meta this is. I do like the fact that there is diversity in this meta, but there is an argument that people have saying real compositions are a little bit too powerful, and I may agree that Poppy maybe is slightly overtuned. I'm not sure if I feel the same for Zaya or not. She does prove to be quite dominant, especially in the hands of a good Shredder player, especially being Beastie here. I mean, 2 people played Candyland there. One of them got into top 4. I believe Goyo got 5th with the other player playing Candyland there. Almost got the top 4 though. So that's a lot of real compositions doing pretty well. Adreh does pick up another Zaya as well, so that's definitely going to be the direction here. Going to that Shredder.
Yeah, and we'll have to see if Beastie can start to match it. Try and head towards Shredder to see if he does absolutely just always go Shredder every single game, of course, because this is a game where you see one of your opponents has a great early start for it. Did get the glove, is finding Zayas. Of course, this is only a couple rounds in, and of course, there can be a lot that can change over the next few rounds, but fact is, Adreh's probably going for it. So Beastie has to know that he's going to at least be contested by 1.
Yeah, there's already a sword there to make IE. I would say the priority of items would be Last Whisper, then IE, and then QSS, but slamming an IE, if that is what Adreh does end up with, is not bad. Going to pick up this Fiora as well. Fiora is the unit that you run until you get Irelia in the mid game. Irelia and Caston to get that mana reaver buff. Zaya's an interesting unit. I mean, there's a lot of power there, especially when she hits tier 3, has that Jarvan buffing her up. She's seen a lot of buffs to get her to this point. Picks up a Nico as well. Oh, there's Fiora too. Maybe Adreh just slams this IE. Wouldn't be upset with that. It's a solid move.
Yeah, certainly could get a little bit more power in this early game to go with that tier 2 Fiora.
Mm. Probably chooses just to wait though. Wanting to prioritize that last whisper instead. Gonna be checking out Beastie here. What's Beastie doing? He knows his comp's being contested here. I mean, he also sees, I believe it was Peeba with some Zayas there as well, I believe. Yep.
Yep, he's gonna see it now.
Okay, Piva actually sold everything but the 2 Zayas, and he has a glove, so is going to be econing for that. I mean, Beastie is able to econ here as well, actually, 10 gold. Beastie got 2 items and a gold start here. If Beastie commits, he's gonna be contested by at least 2 players. We know that Adreh's going it, we know that Piva's going it. Shredder is on everyone's mind right now.
Yeah, and this is exactly what we talked about earlier on in the cast is does he still go for it? Does Beastie believe that he is just better at this composition than other players and he can go it whether it's contested or not? Or
There
does he want to get marked as a pivoter?
There is still going to be the worry of items here. Like if Beastie is winning these rounds and players like Piba and Adreh are losing, they're just gonna steal the gloves before Beastie gets the gloves. And if you don't have those items for the Zaya, she's not gonna shred well. He sells off to 20 gold here. Selling the Caitlyn's off as well, though. Caitlyn is an integral part to the composition. Makes me wonder. I mean, he kept the Zayas though, of course, so it makes me wonder if he's actually going to be a pivoter or not. Going up against Gunmay here. Gunmay with a few cybernetics. Fiora2, Vi, and that Lucian in the back line. Gonna be losing this round though, so maybe it's good for Beastie taking some damage so he can get those gloves off the carousel. That's gonna be
Yeah.
the most important thing for all of these players right now.
Yeah, he definitely just wants those items. I mean, Piba low-key open fording when he had the just
Yeah.
2 Zayas in. I mean, it might not have been the intention there. He might have just been trying to make econ by selling off what he had on the bench. But yeah, I mean, he's just been hemorrhaging HP, and that will set him up to try and find those extra items. But yeah, like you said, Beastie losing that round, maybe a blessing in disguise is on this carousel. He definitely needs to find a glove.
He's going to put in a Jace here, which makes him pretty strong actually. With those 2 Vanguard buff, he has 2 Blaster as well, even has Space Pirates to make that gold potentially. See, depending on who Beastie goes up against, might even win the round. And he's positioning as if he wants to win the round. Unless there's a random Blitzcrank gonna be hooking that Lucian, but going up against the Star Guardian Vanguards here of Escha.
Yeah, the blind in the back line from Graves. If he gets it one more off, yeah, I mean that's pretty
Yeah.
much gonna seal the deal. I would think. And of course,
No, Poppy's
there's
a good unit. Takes out
yeah,
that Lucian, is still alive.
yeah, it is that Poppy
Ari though as
too.
well. I actually think Pop yeah, I think the
Yeah,
Poppy
Poppy
2,
two's got
yeah,
it.
it wins this round. So going to fall here is gonna be first pick. So if there is one glove and Beastie is on the side of the glove, steals away from Piba, that would be amazing for him. 90 HP and still gets a pick first. Like, oh, and the glove is coming right to Beastie. This could not be more perfect for him right now. And Piba's going to, oh man,
Poor
he's gonna be upset
Impeeba.
about that one.
Well, that's the
Grab
thing
the
though,
bow.
is Beastie is
Piba,
just a better shredder player than Piba is. So
true.
the glove just came to him. It's a thing that we talk about in card games all the time too, is if you're just good at the deck, then you're gonna draw the card you need.
Yeah,
And so
okay.
if you're good at the shredder composition, that glove is gonna just come to you. And here it goes for Beastie. He's able to pick that one up for himself.
Yeah, I mean, Piba did have 1 glove, so he picked up a bow, he's gonna be able to make that last whisper. It's not the end of the world for Piba, but it would've been really bad for Beastie if he wasn't able to hit that, but as you said, he's good at the comp, so, the items come to him. That's obviously how it works. Not contesting you there. You're looking at BunnyMuffins here, though. Already slamming IE is leveling up pretty, on par here for players who are not hyper rolling. Keeping a pair of Shens, pair of Blitzcranks. Not a lot of gold. Leveled up in a 0 basically 0 gold. Going up against Escha, who looks to be candy landing here. Already having that Bramble and Rod on that Poppy.
Poppy gonna be outrageously tanky and try and
Yep.
snipe down this TF with these bucklers over
Poppy
time.
wins this for sure. Taking out TF, has Bramble still. The IETF was not able to crit the Poppy at all there. Impeeba, 2 Zayas, has not committed the last Whisper yet, which, I mean, doesn't need to, he's gonna lose every round anyway. But he's already at 68 HP, like, I know Peeba's comfortable losing HP. That's how the Peeba round was formed, but
Yeah,
he's
we've
got
um
60 HP on Krugs.
we've seen this before from Impeeba.
Yeah,
Just Impeeba hating HP. Just absolutely despises HP.
he
Loves gold.
does.
Loves gold. Hates
Loves
HP.
gold, despises HP. I don't know if that's how you could really play in this meta, like, he is going to be on under 60 HP,
Yeah,
actually. He's gonna be 58 on Krugs, like, I don't think I've actually ever seen that before.
like this
It's
meta has been more so we love HP, we hate gold, right? That's how the
yeah,
meta has really shaped out for set 3. In
yeah.
set 2, we hated HP, we loved gold. And Peepa's still playing like in set 2. He hates his HP. He's like, "Please, let
You
me
see
lose rounds."
you see this HP and it's oh, man. Okay, let's see what happens here. He's not rolling any Zayas yet. Okay, there's some Zayas, that's great. Not good roll. Another he's already oh, man. I don't know if I like this here from Piba. He's committing so much gold into these recons before he even finds the Zayas. Like, he's gonna continue rolling. Someone pinged his money. One of the other Shredder players, no doubt. I don't know. He needs to get lucky here. Otherwise, I think Piba's going to be a little doomed.
He's gotta randomly find a bunch more Zayas to make
Yeah,
this work.
like
And
he's on 58. Like that's the amount of HP that sometimes people have on wolves, let alone on Krugs or on Terror Bursters rather. But looking at Eren here, maybe going mech? Unsure. I'm gonna quickly check back in with Peebo, see what it is that he did hit though when he rolled down to 0.
it's like one more Zaya.
Yeah, one more Zaya is on 6 gold here. Hit 2 Jarvan 2s, has a Kate 2. I don't know. This is looking like a fast 8 from Peebo here, if I'm gonna be honest. Beastie, he's level 6.
Yeah,
He's
still
not
has the Zaya in, but this doesn't look like it's committing to
no.
Shredder. This
Think
is
standard shredder. Maybe he was too contested. Okay, maybe. All right, Beastie maybe marked as a pivoter. Maybe he's going 6 PMs and he can justify that that's not pivoting. I mean, Beastie has played this comp enough to know when it works and when it doesn't work. So this has to be a situation where Beastie says, "Okay, being contested by one or maybe even still be 2 players." He says, "I need to push levels here. I'm still gonna run my Zaya, but I'm going to be carrying other Blade Masters instead." He had a Kale already in there. Um, and I think that might be oh, no, he's just actually transitioning into what looks like Cybers, I think, so alright, BC marked as a pivoter, but maybe needs to try to win this tournament, so you do what you gotta do, but he's marked.
just sound like a disappointed fair, like, well, I guess you do what you need to, but
Oh, man.
just not happy with it. But yeah, VC, I mean, proving us wrong. We thought he'd go 4-4, but this game did look a little bit doomed for Shredder. I do agree. Like, it looked incredibly hard to actually play Shredder in this game, and I think BC just deciding against it. Gonna see if this Aurelia can pop off in the Spirit's Refuge right now. The her ability counting as an auto attack getting dodged there by Shen. I actually
Mhm.
was not 100% aware that that's how that interaction was gonna work, but
Yep. Big
that it does.
unfortunate getting Aurelia
Yeah.
stuck on this gen there, as it feels real bad when she does nothing and keeps dashing into it. Piba hit a Shen too, still on 5 Zayas. Adreh as well having an Aurelia in. Curious to check out Eren. He's as the lobby leader in HP currently. Okay, yeah, that was the maybe makings of a mech infill. Not taking the Annie, so perhaps not actually. Maybe it's just gonna transition into something else, has some cybers on the bench. Maybe we'll see like 3 cyber players here actually. It looks like a lot of players have cybers, at least on their mind currently.
Cyber seeing some heavy representation this game, kind of out of nowhere. We didn't really see any cybers in the previous game. We saw at some point someone splashed 3 cybers to play a strongest board,
Yeah,
and that was about all.
didn't
But I
see
guess
the
that is the meta diversity, right? There's just
Yep.
compositions that are good that maybe just won't even be seen in a game.
Oh, definitely. I think that's a great point to bring up here because there are so many comps that are so powerful. We're probably going to go through multiple games not seeing a comp, even though it's strong in the meta. And if someone is looking like, or someone has a good start for that comp, then we could see the next game. And I think this is what we're seeing here with Cyber is people rolling those Irelias early. Having good items for them as well, having those last whispers, those infinity edges, so that they can more easily transition into that. Gonna be what players are looking for here. Adreh got the glove there. Impeeba, wait, what did Impeeba take here actually? Oh, he took
Glove.
another glove.
You got a
There's 2
glove,
gloves,
so
there's
2
2
gloves.
gloves, yeah. I was looking at Adreh gloves, like, "Wait a minute."
Why
Hmm,
did Piba not take this?
yeah.
But he
Double
did.
Nico's there for Adreh, actually, double Nicoing that Aurelia. That is a bold play, but that's a play that I do like, though. Lucky to get those double Nikos to stabilize here. Probably just shoves that glove onto the Aurelia here. You're probably gonna be making a last whisper with that, if possible. But
Yeah,
maybe
just
saving for
trying.
Thieves' Gloves or something for somebody else. I mean, could pop it off anyway if it's Thieves' Gloves, actually, so it doesn't need to save it for that. Going up against Piba here. Hopefully, Aurelia doesn't get stuck on that Shen. Shen does ulti. No, Aurelia takes it out right beforehand.
Yeah, I mean, Piba has somewhat stabilized, right? So the last time we had checked in on him, he was at 58 HP.
Yeah.
He was just at 58 HP before losing this round, so he hadn't
Yep.
lost a round since we had last checked in.
That's good.
Uh,
Surprising, I think.
Definitely, certainly, certainly a bit more promising for Piba. Maybe not the fast eighth like we were thinking.
Yeah. I I mean, if his Shed was able to go off there, actually, there may be a world where he's able to maybe not win, but at least kill a few more units there. Take a look at BunnyMuffins here. Also playing a few cybernetics, has 2 Irelias. Lucian too. Irelia has a Deathblade with an IE. A lot of swords here being picked up. Would have definitely liked to see that be a last whisper, though, especially in this meta with how prevalent that vanguards are, even 2 vanguards. Really getting stuck on those and not dealing that much damage is going to be problematic, especially against Eren here with 4 of those vanguards in the front line. Are really gonna be doing
Yeah,
her best, but
gonna be hard to get through that. There is a
well,
reset though for
yeah,
Aurelia, and she gets a lot of
actually,
damage into the back line.
she's just
Is
hitting yeah, okay. Kale supplementing a lot of that damage, but Aurelia doing just a lot as well. Wasn't quite as doomed as I thought it might be there.
Yeah, able to stack up the Deathblade quite a bit. I think it was very much the target selection of the Aurelia, making it into the backline and able to actually get a lot of damage out for BunnyMuffins. And now we go to a PvE round. We'll see what items get picked up by these competitors here.
Yeah, BunnyMuffins probably wants that last item Irelia to be a last whisper, but could also get away with another IE or a GA, a BT even maybe. Escha there with that Poppy 3, that's going to be pretty strong there, and a reason why he's in second place in HP currently with 89. Bunny picking up some gold there in the form of an Ash and a Nico. Sells the Wukong as well for Econ. And picked up 1 tier. Not great in terms of items.
Yeah, this isn't really the composition you want the tier for. You don't really need any printer's ink when you don't have a printer, and it doesn't really help you out. So BunnyMuffins
Ooh,
picking
might
that one
sell.
up.
Okay, it does combine it. I was actually thinking maybe just commit to a Shiv. I think Shiv is one of the items that's good on
Mhm.
Echo, with that bow and tier. Thought about it, but decided to combine the Leona anyway. Maybe makes that into a ZZ route later or something. Going up against Escha here. Can this
Yeah,
puppy get
and
taken out?
resets yet again from this Aurelia doing so much damage. The tier 3 Poppy getting the bulwark out, Bramble doing so much damage. And yeah, that's the power of Poppy for you.
That's Poppy 3 with Death Cap and Sork's buff as well. She not only is able to deal a bunch of damage, but her shields that she gets when the it comes back to her, the shields are kind of insane.
Yeah,
Really
Escha
hard to
having that
pick up.
Poppy in the front line, able to just tank up all the damage, like you mentioned. That Bulwark Shield actually providing so much to throwing the Buckler out. So, ton of HP that is just extra, and it's buffed up by this ability power. And the
Yep.
tier 3 Bramble Vest being able to provide all the damage needed, and definitely a good position for Escha to be in.
Oh, okay. Eren going into Dark Stars, it looks like. Maybe trying to make a Shaco carry work. It's not going to be able to kill the Poppy, though, as the Poppy continues to run terror across the battlefields here. Eren getting sent back home with a loss under the belt there.
Escha on this 5-win streak is our HP later at 89.
Yeah.
Checking in with Impeeba though, he's at 32, so still not
Ooh.
out. Taking a bit more damage, however.
Beastie a
Uh,
little low here. Beastie 47, but was level 8 and had an Echo on the bench. I'm curious to see if he's going into needs what does he need for Cyberlution? Needs a Lucian for 6 cybernetic. Doesn't have one. Rolled down like all the gold. Still has a Xayah in. So he's remaining faithful to Xayah.
yeah, still a Xayah comp. Does really need that Lucian though, if he can find it.
Yeah, I mean, usually the problem is finding the Echo at this point, not the Lucian. Usually have that one earlier. It's gonna be awkward rolling down a level 8 for just a singular 2 cost unit. Not gonna be a Lucian on the carousel. It's gonna be looking for an item of choice here. Impeeba, low HP. First pick is going for the glove. Of course, needed that one to finish off the Xayah items. I'm not sure exactly how close he is. Haven't checked on Impeeba in a little bit, but I suppose we will see as soon as this carousel ends.
Yeah, feels like he's gotten quite a few gloves, so it can't be too far off.
Yeah.
Could be the
Usually
last one.
probably has completed all the components. There's 1 away, maybe 2 away max. I'd assume only 1 component away, though. But let us look. Okay, 1 component away. Made a trap claw instead of a QSS, which is not optimal, but is not bad. Does have the tier 3 Xayah as well, and the tier 3 Rakan as well as the Jarvan. Rakan's something that players don't usually have the opportunity to be able to actually get all the way to tier 3, but people prioritize that even from Krugs. I had 6 Rakans on Krugs, and it's gonna be pretty nice. I mean, spreading Morellos and having that Frozen Heart doing work. Fiora just there for the synergies right now, wants to replace that with Irelia ASAP. Going up against Escha though, but Xayah good at shredding this Poppy.
Yeah, that's where the name comes from. Shredder being able to get through any kind of front line here, and Xayah going to be able to push through. But a lot of damage from the Bramble coming out, trying to take down the Xayah. She was pretty close, but still not enough. Xayah going to take
Just
down the Poppy, and
counter.
there we go. The counter comp, the Shredder, going to be able to take down the Poppy. Impeeba stabilizing more and more at 32 HP here.
Yeah.
Goyo has dropped below him now, so he's no longer the HP. Well, not leader, the opposite of leader.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, I'm actually surprised that he was able to get to the spot where he's 7th right now. It looked pretty doomed earlier, but I suppose finding the Rakan 3 was a huge boon in helping him stabilize, as well as eventually finding the Xayah 3 as well. I mean, he was pretty far away, but rolls were indeed kind. This Irelia is going to walk forward into the Rakan, get slowed attack speed. Ooh, Irelia choosing to hit that Jarvan over the Xayah there. Gonna be
Yeah,
good.
yeah. The Xayah is still able to punch through all the damage, and it's still up full HP. Going to get all that out. Able to take
Yeah,
down BunnyMuffins, and Impeeba is certainly at a point where I would consider him stabilized.
I would say so as well. Yeah, definitely being on a 3-win streak here. Peeba's not doing too shabby. Has not hit Kate 3, but it's not that imperative. Probably just levels up. Tries to find Aurelia. I mean, needs to level up twice really to like truly stabilize into stages 5 and 6. Going 8, fit for Celestial End, fit Irelia plus Ash plus Cassidon is that composition sweet spot if it's not trying to do anything cute and go into a 6 BM or anything like that. Okay. That's going to be an IE. It's also going to be 8 gold in the form of a Jin and a Vel'Koz. And Ionic. Probably going to be put onto the Jarvan, I would assume. So not
Yeah,
bad actually there.
looks like that may be the case. Goes up to 7 as well here. So Impeeba definitely in a very comfortable position.
No, actually, Ionic going in the Rakan doesn't put on the Jarvan for extra attack speed buff there. Would assume that would is what it would be, but it is not. Seeing Escha here, going for that Wukong, going for the level up, playing 5 Sorks. Maybe takes out the Wukong for 6 Sorks until he goes level 9. That Poppy, though, with Titan's Resolve, gonna be completely itemed out here. Oh, that TF getting jumped on by that Irelia.
Yeah, this
Doesn't
is
matter.
Candyland once again from Escha. We
Yeah.
saw him top 3 with it. I believe he was second. Yeah, he got second last time with
Yep.
Candyland, and yet again going to be running it. Has great items on his Poppy.
Running it back, and I mean, HP leader right now. Gunmay has fallen to 4th currently. A lot of people are very similar HP actually. 2nd through 5th, only a actually 7th, 2nd through 6th, only a 8 HP differential. A lot of players around the middle of the pack right now. 6 Sorks is being played by Escha here. Azalea with some decent items here, but that is a mech here. Can the TF and Poppy carry?
Yeah, it's a big mech, but the Poppy is honestly,
Larger.
yeah, somehow this who would win, one giant mech or one little Yordle?
One little Yordle every time.
Yep, one little Yordle's gonna be easily slaying that mech,
Goyo dropping a
toppling it
3
down.
HP. Man. Needs to roll it all down here to find upgrades. His level 7 is not close to Kai'Sa 3 or Annie 3. Picking up some rumbles. There's some Annie's, Kai'Sas. Okay, these rolls are not bad. Needs to continue though and get really lucky in the next few rolls.
Really seeming like too little, too late for Goyo. I think it's
Yeah.
quite likely he could just knock out in this round. Going up against your boy Beastie, coming through with the cybernetics, found his Lucian finally, so he's got the 6 cybernetics in. He's got to
Yeah.
watch and see the Aurelia. The mech's already down. The Aurelia getting plenty of resets, jumping all over, blade surging around the entire map, and Goyo going to go out in 8th this time around.
Unfortunate there for Goyo. Not having that mech with the bramble vest there, I really just tore right through it there from Beastie. The mech was no match for the Yordle or for the cybernetic blade master there.
Not able to stand its ground against either of those. Piba gonna grab a redemption, so throwback to old school Piba, where it was
Definitely.
one of the only items that mattered.
Yeah, we stopped talking about item components as components, just like half of a GA or half of a Morello's and stuff like that,
Have a
because
redemption.
they weren't the components, they were just half of those completed items.
Yeah, because we
That was
knew
the
because
reality
people would go the same
of it.
3 items. Like there was only the 3 items that really mattered for Piba's comp, and it would always
Yeah.
be the ones he was going for right out the gates. And yeah, redemption this time around. Honestly, it makes sense as a pickup in this comp. He's got some beef, he's got some tanky units, and getting that heal out definitely going to help out, especially because they're going to be healing themselves over time as well.
Yeah, Piba has leveled to 8, has found Ashe, Cassidon, and Aurelia, so those 3 exact units. Is keeping some karmas on the bench though, just wants to have better odds to roll 3 costs. The Shredder is gonna start shredding again. Kale? Ooh, the Aurelia actually procs the Trap Claw there. Oh, it does go down though to the
Yeah,
Kale too though. But I
took
think
down the Zaya, but yeah, the recon should be
yeah,
plenty enough.
definitely Adreh goes out in 7th there actually. Unfortunate there. Couple of games, not a great performance. Eren barely living in 6 for now. Maybe is able to claw his way into the top 4 once again.
Found Shaco 3, just as we said that. So
Yeah,
this is Darkstar. You actually mentioned before we started that Darkstar's kind of fallen out of favor quite a bit.
yeah,
But of course,
definitely.
still a comp that was strong for a really long time, and we do see that Eren is going to be rocking this Darkstar in this match. Does have a Shaco tier 3, 2 IE, 1 GA. Maybe this can carry through.
Man, Aaron's holding a Zephyr on that Xerath on the bench while only being level 7. That's a 1% chance to even see any legendary, let alone a specific Xerath. I probably would have wanted to see that being sold off and being Zephyred there to help try to win the
Well,
fight, because, I mean,
not sure a
BunnyMuffins took him
Zephyr would
out.
have done anything there.
I mean, it would have been good to, stall the Kale or the Aurelia. Yeah, not sure what would have made the difference there, but, I mean, it's possible.
It's possible. It's possible. Definitely trying to play to your outs.
Yeah, that is
Certainly a
not
good
that you
thing to
need to
do.
play to there,
Yeah.
for sure.
Definitely
Gunmay,
need to try and have that.
definitely. Gunmay going a little bit of a hybrid comp here. Has some BMs, has some Chronos, some Celestials, a little bit of everything. Some Brawlers even with that Cho'Gath too in there. Probably just saving up to level 9 and gonna then put in 4 Chronos. I know Ine actually, who we've seen a lot here on Fight Night and was one of those players that was running a lot of Kale. Actually, I think I'm not sure if he's of the same opinion now, but at least was for a while that 4 Chronos is pretty non-optimal for Kale nowadays. I would rather run other synergies instead. Gunmay, though, going to 9 to run it is gonna be, it's gonna be still pretty good. Not sure if there's anything that could be better, though.
Yeah, certainly still going to be very strong going to 9 in general. But yeah, like you mentioned, not sure if it is the absolute most optimal setup, but he does have it. So he does have the 4 Chrono, does
Yep.
have the Valkyrie buff, does have his Kale in. Mana Reaver as well, just has quite a few synergies here. This is kind of that Highlander synergy, a couple Blade Masters, a couple Brawlers, a couple Celestials, a little bit of everything included. But the main synergy, of course, just going to be that Chrono Kale, and just going to
Yeah.
completely decimate Bunny's board. BunnyMuffins, of course, going to lose a lot of HP there. And we're getting really close to our top 4. Impeeba drops down to
Ooh.
4 HP. Still trying to hang on for this top 4.
Yeah, we could see Bunny or Peeba go out here. Maybe even Beastie if he takes a huge loss, but unlikely with how strong that Beastie is right now. Xerath too being picked up by Escha there. Escha's still the leader in HP of this lobby now. Has, I believe, at this point, 6 Sorks. With that Poppy 3, it's going to be a terror. Let's see if Peeba is able to hang on here. Has lost 2 rounds in a row, but goes up against Bunny here.
Yeah, the hook coming through. Peeba the Shredder trying to get online. The Shen keeping a lot of the front line available. Keep tanking up, but that's a lot of polys coming from the Lulu. But finally, that's the Xayah getting into the back line first. BunnyMuffin's going to lose this round and is going to go out. Peeba going to make a top 4.
Yeah. Color me surprised. Peeba, it was looking a little doomed at the beginning, but just the power of the Shredder. Once you hit, man, you're strong. You are strong.
Really
Oh,
reminiscent of old Peeba just losing all of his HP and then suddenly going on a big win streak and coming back into it, making that top 4. And Peeba showing he's still got it.
certainly comfortable and skilled with that play style. See, Escha here has an MF in. That Sork enabling MF to do a lot of damage. I know on PBE of set 3, MF was a little bit bugged actually with that Sork scaling, so she like deleted boards instantly. It won't do that nowadays, but it still will do a fair bit of damage. And the Poppy got shredded though.
We got
Okay.
shredded. Okay,
MF
yeah.
still did a bit of damage there.
Yeah,
TF
plenty of
though,
damage.
8k damage there. Peeba going out in 4th. One of these players will be falling here, I believe, right? Yeah, that's gonna be Gunmay going out in 3rd. ItzYaBoyBeasty, top 2.
Yeah, but more interesting to me is Escha top 2 back-to-back games
Yeah.
with this Candyland. This is his first tournament, I believe. First time in Fight Night for sure, and very interesting to see how well he's performed.
Oh, definitely. Took this composition that he seems to be very confident in, making it work. Very similar to Beastie here. Candyland 1 and 2 with well, I guess Beastie's not Shredder this game. Beastie did pivot, but has pivoted very well. Has 6 cybers, is strong. That Echo's looking pretty spooky there, triple item. TF gonna be swapped around the position here. Trying to make this work the best that he can.
Going into what could be the final fight here if Beastie doesn't win. Looking
Yeah.
at this Poppy in the front line getting disarmed, but it's just so tanky. Barely any damage being dealt to the Poppy, but finally out of nowhere, a big amount of burst, but gets one more shield, stays alive a little bit longer in Candyland. There's a pop-off from Escha.
There we
Getting that
go.
first place in this round. Let's go. Look, he's so
He's
excited.
hyped. I see on his little chat in the bot left there, Soju is saying Candyland Resident Sleeper. But man, that was not a Resident Sleeper reaction there for Escha. He was popping off, excited to get that victory in there. Escha doing really well for the first time beating in Fight Night. I mean, super impressive performance here for the first 2 games at least. Can you make
Yeah,
it happen
certainly
though?
so. I
Yeah.
mean, look at that. Look at that start. He and
Beastie
Beastie
and Escha.
reversed, and they're tied at 18.
That's a huge start there for both of those players. Gunmay, a couple of thirds, 14 points, but still, I mean, being 4 points away kind of seems like a hill to climb for sure if you're going up against the likes of BC and Escha right now. We see Impeeba and Eren 9 points, BunnyMuffins 6, Goyo 5, and Adreh. Not a great start to the night here, but there's still a couple more games to maybe get into that top 3. It'd be very hard to win that from that position here, but it's still possible. Yeah, I think that is 2 games, so we're already at the halfway point here, Cass. These games are flying by. I didn't even realize.
Yeah, there's zooming. I mean, we're gonna head to a break shortly, but Beastie, Gunmay, Escha, kind of a 3-horse race right now, but we'll see if anybody can bring it back. I mean, we'll find out just after our